Clinic, Craig Barkley Plumbing, Burning Chiropractic Center, and Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group. It's just about game time, so let's head to the Eagle Radio broadcast booth for the game with the Eagle Sports Crew on Country 102.9 and BW Radio.
Well, hi and good evening, everybody, and welcome to Concordia, Kansas. I'm Glenn Grunwald, joined by Darren Dunn this evening as we are way up north. Last week we were down in the southwest corner of the state in Liberal, where the Blue Dragons came out on the wrong end of a 60-47 count. This time we're up in Concordia. Same trip we took last year, Darren, about this time, as we were on the road for the early part of that season. But this one, always a tough place to come play basketball, is up here in Cloud County.
Yeah, it's always an interesting place to see because obviously underneath the backboards you have that little truck is where you're kind of shooting onto an island. You have that background, so that might be a little bit different for this new Blue Dragon team to get used to.
But the opposite of some of the other facilities that we go to, for example, Barton, is the fact that you do not have fans setting on the different ends. But the fans are right on top of you here. Now, a couple years ago, they did a renovation, put in new seating. They got rid of the old wooden pull-out bleachers that they used to have and put in nice chairback seats, and even the Blue Dragon section over there. It's a small little section over on the south side. It's filled with a lot of red and blue right there tonight, so a good delegation of fans that came up. But I like this arena. It's a good place to play basketball, but it is a tough place to be basketball. And again, I think it's that depth perception you see on the ends of the gymnasium floor, which kind of V out a little bit, just kind of throw you off a little bit.
Well, I would say especially for the first maybe quarter or so, you might see a little. I would expect Cloud County to come out able to shoot. And they've just had this warm-up time to kind of get later in the game.
John On just said tonight on his show on Dragon Talk, which, by the way, we encourage you to come out for Dragon Talk. It's at AJ Sports Grill. That's located right next to the bowling alley, the alley on 23rd and Lorraine. Come on out at 7 o'clock. You can come out and have a supper. We'll be working on giving away some meals as well out there. But come on out and join us. I had him on Dragon Talk, and he talked about the fact that the game really sped up for his freshmen there tonight. We could see that quite a bit. The game was a lot faster. That was their first real competition. Take away Lamar, take away Bethany JV, but the game was a little fast. Plus, that was the 8th-ranked team in the nation in Seward County, and we knew how good they were.
Anytime you come out of a game with 34 turnovers, you can't feel good about yourself. And I don't so disorganized in the way that they just were not on the same page. You had guards looking for posts, and the post would be cutting to a basket, and the ball would go the wrong direction as if they thought that the post was actually going to set a screen and stay where they were. So this team needs to get back on the same page and quickly, and also take care of the basketball tonight.
Yeah, and they're going to have to do it on the road because most of the games, other than the game against Coffeyville coming up on the 21st, will be on the road starting off this first part of the season, due to the KCAC volleyball tournament last weekend and the NJCAA volleyball tournament this week, of which, don't forget, at 11 o'clock tomorrow, Lady Blue Dragons will be in action against Iowa Central. So come on out to the sports arena. We were there earlier before we headed up here, and they were doing their practice, going through their practice routines. All the teams worked out today. I'm excited about that. We'll be doing the call on the NJCAATV.com if you want to partake and take a look at that. But even better, come on out, because I think it's like for seniors and students, it's like $20 for the whole session, all 3 days. See some great volleyball, but that's taking place. But because of that, Blue Dragon ladies and the guys are on the road.
That, and you have to take a lot of pride in knowing that the Hutchinson Blue Dragons are in that tournament, and the fact that it's a double elimination tournament. So not only going to see them in the game against Iowa Western, but whatever happens after that, you'll get to see them in another match.
Exactly. So it's a great opportunity to come on out and partake in that and give a good reason why they chose Hutchinson. Like to have a great fan turnout for that. It's a good example why they chose Hutchinson to put it in that. In this game right here, Cloud the other night, this Cloud team comes in at 4-0. They're a winner over Dodge City, 351. So they handle the Conquistadors here on their home court.
Just the last year. Last year, this team was 23-9, which you'd say is a pretty good record, but in the two meetings with the Blue Dragons, they win here in this building 66-50, which you thought was pretty respectable. They played well through most of that game before the Blue Dragons were able to take over, and then they lose in the sports arena 78-45. But here's the deal. those leading scorers from last year's list, the top 4, not on this roster. And number 5 was Kelsey Mueller, who is on this roster, but last year she just averaged 7.8 points per game and 2.9 rebounds a game. That was good to be 5th in their leading stat category. That's who they look to this year as the leader of this team, averaging over 16 points a ball game.
Yeah, she's the go-to right at around 16. She's out of Moscow, Kansas, and she's a 5'2 sophomore. Looking across her lineup, hardly not much size. You have Keisha Hamilton that's 6 foot. We understand she might not play. And after that, I think there's one more 6-footer on the roster. That would be the young lady out of Hawaii. That would be Savannah Christensen. And that's it. So it's a fairly short Cloud County lineup comparatively to other teams that Dennis Erkenbrack has coached. By the way, Dennis Erkenbrack in his 29th year, long of tooth, big time in the KJCCC in the league. And by the way, he's a senior member of the league in coaching.
Yeah, and on top of that, the court's named after his dad, right? So
exactly.
A lot of history here for that family.
His dad's right over on the far side over there, always in the same spot whenever he comes here and leaning up talking to some of the fans. He's happy being a farmer, by the way. I'm referring to Dennis Erkenbrack that retired. He was the men's coach, and Brett was the girls' coach for quite some time. So anyway, both teams warming up. Tell you what we're going to do. We're going to get a 1-minute timeout. They'll get set for the national anthem coming your way in just a little bit. We'll take another break when that occurs, but we'll be back with more on the pregame. We're from Concordia. Glenn Grunwald along with Darren Dunn. Lady Blue Dragon basketball starting up in just a little bit. The guys will be coming up at 8 o'clock tip coming your way as well. We'll be back right after this.
This is Carter File, president of Hutchinson of Blue Dragon men's and women's basketball continues at the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena. Both teams are favorites in the tough Jayhawk Conference, so you won't want to miss any of the action. Find the schedule at BlueDragonSports.com, like us on Facebook, and follow Blue Dragon Sports on Twitter. As always, go Blue Dragons.
Used to wind through Concordia to get here. Then they built a new Walmart out here. It's really easy to get in and out of Cloud County. Usually we're here in a lot colder times, Darren, depending on what year we come. You've been coming with me for quite some time. But Rusty and I, before we set up on the far side up high, we set down low on the table. But since the renovation, they got a little balcony up here now on the north side. And it's just perfect for streaming as well as for radio.
Yeah, and just in the last couple of years that I've been coming with you, a lot has changed, including those chair back seats you've been talking about, those reserve seats. And I think probably the most popular item would be down on the press row, where we now have in the sports arena, but those digital display screens on front of your press row to be able to display support and the sponsorships and different things you may have.
Yeah, this is one of the first places I saw those in the Jayhawk Conference, actually, because those are television screens, and they're able to sync those, and we've done the same thing at the sports arena. We're going to take a quick timeout. 2 minutes coming your way as we'll do the national anthem here, and we'll come back and set your starting lineups. We'll be back right after this.
Need a ride anywhere in Reno County? Reno County Area Transportation can get you there. RCAT provides first-come, first-served general public transportation that is safe and affordable whether you live in town or in the country. RCAT accepts tickets, monthly passes, or cash. 24-hour advance notice is required for rural pickups. Call 694-2913 for information.
If you listen to the radio or watch TV, you probably realize you could be in for a real shock when you get your next heating bill. E&M Plumbing has the solution with the Rude 90-plus modulating gas furnace. Efficiency ratings of 94% and above could mean 30 to 40% savings on heating costs. And it's so quiet, you'll wonder if it's even running at all. E&M's regular service and Rude's reputation for reliability are your answers for high energy costs. For no obligation answers, call E&M Plumbing, your Rude dealer for the Hutchinson area.
Just as the Hutchinson Blue Dragons athletics are a tradition, anchor in downtown Hutchinson. Plan lunch or dinner or even take out for home. Order off their great menu or take advantage of the Anchor Inn's awesome buffet. You'll make a great choice either way. The Anchor Inn is also a great spot to meet up with old friends and acquaintances because everyone goes to the Anchor. That's the Anchor Inn at 128 South Main in Hutchinson, proud supporters of Hutchinson Blue Dragon Athletics.
Hello, this is Tom Elliott of Elliott Mortuary, and again this year we are pleased to help sponsor HCC Blue Dragon Sports. We encourage you to support all the Blue Dragon games, both home and away, with your attendance, but if not, we hope you enjoy listening to the game here on KWBW and Country 102.9. Elliott Mortuary and Crematory, a proud sponsor of Hutchinson Community College, and honored to have served the families of Hutchinson and Reno County since 1935.
Well, who's a student here, but I'll see if you can do a little bit better job than that, Darren.
Do a little bit better singing. We have been places where the PA announcer sings, and I'm always worried they're going to ask me.
That's going to happen someday.
I'm going to have to say no. We'll get Thomas Nelson over here.
Yeah, exactly. Here's your starting lineups.
Fort Cloud County, Camille Awabu, 5'6" freshman out of France, can shoot the three ball, shooting over 56% on the season. She gets the nod at guard. Scout Frame, the 5'9" freshman from Kinsley, plays kind of a guard-forward mix. Kelsey Mueller, we talked about her in the open, a 5'2" sophomore at guard from Moscow. And then Tiana Johnson, a 5'4" freshman from Bedford, Texas. Finally wrapping out things for the Thunderbirds, Kennedy Gay, a 5'9" sophomore out of St. Paul, Minnesota. On this roster last year, only appeared in one of those two contests against the Blue Dragons. For Hutchinson Community College, it's kind of that group you've known to love, except for the fact that they went with Brianna Bradshaw last game. They'll go ahead and bring her off the bench in this one. Number 10, Sarah Kramer at guard. The 5'5" freshman from Dighton gets the nod. Alicia Brown, 5'8" sophomore from Leavenworth. Tia Bradshaw, the 5'8" freshman from Dodge City. Dejanay Roebuck, the 5'11" freshman from Olathe. And finally, Jada Mickens. We'll see if she can get on track in this one. Only had 6 points in her last contest. Remember, she debuted by setting the record for a Blue Dragon at 34 points in her opener. It's the 6-foot freshman out of Liberal.
That's your starting lineups. Officials being introduced as well. We're about set to get underway. Cloud County dressed out in their home whites with black numerals and gold trim. Blue Dragons on their road reds. As we'll get set to get going in here in just a little bit. Both teams around their respective coaches. Blue Dragons are going to have to take care of the basketball. That's one thing. You cannot have 34 turnovers to come into Concordia and plan on coming out with a win.
Yeah, take care of the ball, number one. Number two, this is a three-point shooting team. They shoot over 40% on the year. We mentioned there's not a whole lot of height on this roster at the moment, so you have to imagine a lot of three balls will go up. Make sure you buy chance opportunities.
And like you said, Boo is one that she can shoot over 56% from the three-point arc. Cloud waiting for the Blue Dragons to break huddle. Good crowd for a Wednesday night, starting to form in here for the T-Birds, and again, a good delegation of fans made it up, and I knew they would from the Hutchinson area. It's one thing about having this trip now. You can get it out of the way and not have to worry about the ice, but you have to worry about deer going home. All right, Mickens is going to jump it up. She will go up against Scout Frame, who's out of Kinsley, Kansas. Tip's going to be controlled, but out of bounds is Sales. It'll be Cloud's basketball. Said last touch by the Blue Dragons. So Cloud will have the first possession. We're just underway. 6 o'clock start for us this evening. Guys will be back. We'll be here at 8 o'clock. Angle dribble to the left wing by Johnson. Goes all the way under, lays it up, and scores it.
Nobody ever cut her off. Open to the basket.
Easy basket. Johnson, and it's 2-0. Cloud with the early lead. On our near sides, Top to Brown. Brown will work it on the outside. Here's Bradshaw to Mickens. Mickens on the top. That's Tia Bradshaw. Over to Roebuck. The Dragons work it. Feed inside, stolen away. Nice defense by Gay as Kennedy Gay comes up with it. T-Birds want to run. They'll bring it up quickly. That's Boo on the outside. They'll give it off top of the Gay jumper. Up and good. The three-pointer by Mueller. So right away, it is 5-0. And John Onges has already called a 30-second timeout saying, guys, I told you they could shoot it from the outside. You got to get it in their face. We're going to take a quick break. Again, your score, 5-0. Early action, 9:12 to go in this first quarter play. We'll be back in a half minute.
Hi, I'm Ken Hyman, General Manager of Midwest Superstore in Hutchinson. We're proud to be a sponsor of HCC Sports. You have choices when it comes to your vehicle purchases, and a better way is more than a slogan. Any new or select pre-owned purchase comes with our rewards benefits. That includes complimentary car washes with every service visit, a loaner car with any major service, including oil changes and tire rotations. A better way also means no high-pressure sales tactics. Everyone has deals, but do they take care of that after the sale? Visit us at MidwestSuperstore.com and go Blue Dragons.
Well, right away, Cloud knocking it down from the outside. That was Mueller in the basket from right at the top of the arc, so the Blue Dragons are going to have to get out on her.
Yeah, and she's 5'2", so she needs a little bit of space to get those off, but the Blue Dragons gave her a good 3 feet to shoot that last one.
9 minutes to go in this first quarter of play, Brown with the ball on the outer perimeter, brings it on the dribble. Nice in traffic, bumps into a player, puts it up and in. Nice job by Alicia Brown. Her first basket. Dragons are on the board. 5-2 ball game. Cloud with the lead by 3. Mueller behind the back dribble, pulls it back outside. Kramer tied on her. Drive by Mueller, past Kramer, knocked away out of bounds. Off the Blue Dragons. I think it was rejected. Mickens might have got a hand on it, possibly Kramer. Left side baseline, they'll inbound. Frame gets it in, top of the key. Boo on the drive, goes right side. Not there, but rebound underneath by Fame. Taken away by the Blue Dragons, Roebuck. Roebuck on the run. Roebuck up the key, goes off to Alicia Brown now, and they'll set up the offense. Kramer has it, she'll dribble drive. Mueller out, tight on her. They'll pull back, she uses up her ball, knocked away, last touch out of bounds by Gay. So with 14 on the shot clock, Blue Dragons will set up baseline on the left side.
Mickens was fighting for position under there, but never really had a clear path for the pass.
Pass comes in again now to Roebuck. Dagenet on top now to go to Tia Bradshaw with the basketball. Left side to Brown. Hutch dumps it inside to Mickens. Loose basketball picked up by Cloud County, and Cloud's going to bring it up. It's Tia Johnson on the steal. Boo with it on the outer perimeter. Again, she's out of France. They'll pass it inside to Gay. Gay backs inside, goes up strong. Not there. Rebound, Roebuck for the Blue Dragons. Still a 5-2 ball game. The lead for Cloud County up by 3. 7:44 to go in this first quarter of play from Concordia, Kansas. Bradshaw outside. The Blue Dragons will weave it. Here's Kramer. Kramer knocked down the 3 against Seward the other night. Looked good doing it, too. On the outside, Bradshaw. Top of the key to Brown. Over to the right side, Roebuck. Dribble penetrates. Holds up. Travels. Pulled her pivot foot just a little bit as she posted up. Turnover goes against the Dragons.
Already 3 turnovers for the Blue Dragons. Remember, they had 34 in the last game. A couple of them just passes that weren't there. That one just a mental mistake, taking too many steps.
7:20 to go in this first quarter of play. Hutchinson trailing Cloud County. Cloud with a win over Dodge. Blue Dragons lost to Seward the other night. Little runner in the lane put up by Mueller. Not there. Rebound by Mickens. Mickens will come up with it. Here comes Bradshaw up across the half court. She'll set up the offense. Top of the key. She rolls to her left. Still on the dribble. Out to Roebuck. Roebuck trying to get it inside of Mickens. Can't get it done. And the ball stolen away. And coming out with it was Scout Fame. Fame is out of Kinsley, Kansas. Remember her from last year. Good little ball player. Here's Boo on the near side. Dribble penetrates. Kramer knocks it away. Boo gets it back. Still a dive for it. Kramer with the steal. Kramer comes up with a loose basketball, and a reach-in foul is going to be called. They're going to whistle this one on Boo. And she reached over trying to knock the ball out of Kramer's hands. Maybe a little frustrated because she took it away from her.
Well, frustrated too for the Blue Dragons anyway. On the other end, turning the ball over already 4 times. They're trying to make a pass that's not there into the post. You have to allow the post to flash and go back once they're covered up 3/4 underneath by Kennedy Gay.
Here's Bradshaw on the right side drive. Barber into the lineup now. Blue Dragons give it off to Bradshaw. She reverses underneath and puts it up with the left hand up and in. 5-4 ball game. The lead is 1 now for Cloud. So the Blue Dragon on a 4-0 run. Right side deep corner, that's Mueller. Kramer's out on her. Here inside they go to Fame. Underneath she goes up and puts it up and in. Just flat one around Roebuck and put it up and in. Fame with the basket. 7-4, a 3-point lead now. Cloud with the lead. Blue Dragons. Texas, the turnaround jumper by Barber. Rattles go open. Good. Boy, if she can make those every time, that'll be a plus. She knocked down a tray the other night as well from the top of the arc against Seward, excuse me. Dribble penetration, right side. Here's Mueller. Just whip it down low, ball knocked away. Bradshaw got a hand on it. It will be retained by the Cloud County Thunderbirds.
Blue Dragons biting on that first fake that the Thunderbirds give them, and that's why they've been out of position defensively.
7-6 ball game. The lead is 1 for Cloud County. They've got the little runner underneath by Johnson and the 3 by Mueller to start off the ball game. Jumper up and on its way by Johnson. Off its mark, no good. Roebuck with the rebound. Lucky there because the defender had fallen down and Johnson had a wide open look to the basket. Left side, Kramer with the basketball. Hutchison on the offense now. Chance to take a lead with the basket here. Bradshaw outside now. They're working around the outside of Brown. Brown holds it high on the side to pass inside. Ball knocked away from Barber. Turnover. Here comes Cloud all the way down. Jumper up and good underneath by Fame. Her second basket. Dragon coaching staff wanted to travel. Didn't get it. Scout Fame with the basket. 9-6 now. Blue Dragons trail it again by 3. Brown out high to Barber. They'll split the post. They'll kick it left side. Roebuck. She'll shoot it on its way and hit it. The 3-pointer by Roebuck.
Her first made 3-pointer of the season.
So Roebuck from 3, and we're tied at 9 apiece. Jumper up and on its way from outside, missing by Boo. Ran down in the corner by Fame, though, and Cloud gets another break and a reach-in foul called. This one's going to get against Roebuck.
She actually stepped out of bounds there on the sideline.
Oh, you're correct. Not
out of bounds.
I wondered why that referee was calling the foul if it was that far away, but that's not the case. I thought maybe Roebuck had reached in. Not the case. Blue Dragons have the ball with 4:26 to go in this first quarter play. We're tied at 9. Bradshaw walk dribbles it across the timeline on a trot now. Gives it off to Barber. Left side down to Brown. New face in the Blue Dragon lineup. We'll check it here in a second. To driving the right side jumper by Kramer. 3-pointer does not ring. The rebound's cleared underneath by Gay. We go the other way. Mickens is back in there, by the way. She took the place of Roebuck. There's the 3 by Mueller's good. Look, as she released quick. Shoots it very naturally, Darren. 6 points for her tonight. You could tell by her release that she's confident it's going to go in.
Well, and one of a couple of people on the Thunderbird lineup can't let shoot the 3, and they've given her 2 wide open ones to start this game.
Top side, Brown. She'll angle dribble left. It's out of Leavenworth, Kansas. For the Blue Dragons, Mickens. Mickens splits the defenders in 2 and puts it up. Can't get it done. And foul called, however. This one's going to work against Cloud, I believe. It will be in the act of shooting. Kennedy Gay will pick up the personal. That'll be her first. Team second.
It's very important for the Blue Dragons to get Mickens back involved with this offense. They were trying to do it early on by posting her up underneath. The problem was they weren't getting her a good pass because Kennedy Gay has had her bottled up underneath.
Yeah, not a shooting situation. I thought it was, but she split the defenders. It was before she went for the shot. Here's Kramer on the outer perimeter. Over to Bradshaw. Bradshaw dribble penetrates. Bounce pass down low. Take it away. Mueller with the steal. Here comes Cloud on the run. Long pass down to Johnson. Reverses the pass away. They're going to get a push pass on Mickens. A push foul, I should say. Mickens will pick up her first. Team's third. Or check that. Team's first. Comes the inbound. Johnson. Now top they're working. New face in that Cloud lineup. We'll run it down. It's going to be Myers that just checked in. She's out of Cunningham, Kansas. Johnson has it down low underneath the Fame. Fame puts it up, blocked away. Nice job by Mickens to take it away. The Blue Dragons have the ball. Down by 3. Here's Brown on the outside. 3 for Bradshaw to tie. Comes off, no good. Rebound fought for, knocked away out of bounds. It will be retained by the Blue Dragons. Dennis Erkenbrack disagrees. They say it was off of Fame. So Hutchinson will inbound. Bradshaw will do the honors. Bradshaw shot just a little short. Came off the front end of the rim. They'll split it. Here comes the inbound. They'll kick it all the way out to Kramer. She grabs it. Myers tight on her. That's Caleb Myers out of Cunningham, Kansas. Barber with the ball on our near side on the arc. Here's Brown. She'll go to the right side with it on the elbow. Holds up, gives it back off to Bradshaw. Here's Kramer. Blue Dragons with 9 to shoot. Barber has it, trying to go high to Mickens. Lobs it inside. She gets it. Goes up strong. Can't get it. Loose ball on the floor is going to be picked up inside by Hamill. We go the other way. Cloud County basketball up by 3. Myers, the feed inside. Jumper by Hamill, not there. Rebound by the Blue Dragons. As coming up with it was Caleb Barber. Bradshaw, top side to Barber. Over to Brown. Brown on the dribble. Brings it out top. Trying to get the pass away. Jump ball called. Possession arrow will be the Blue Dragons' way.
Blue Dragons have just been forcing the ball where it doesn't need to go. The post has been covered up, and then this last time down, they tried to fit the ball into a small space between 3 defenders where Mickens was kind of just hiding in between.
Checking into the ball game now, Coretta Hopkins. She's out of Manville, Texas. She's into the lineup, has the ball now. Here's Bradshaw. Off the pick set by Mickens. A little give and go, but Bradshaw holds on to it over to Alicia Brown. Mueller guarding her. Brown gets some room, offensive foul. She pushed off to try to get a little room to shoot. Got caught. Just flat got caught, and it's a personal foul against Brown. It'll be her first. 2 team fouls apiece now.
It's okay to get it up there, feel your opponent out, but once you extend and gain an advantage off it that close to the basket, it has to be called.
Ball on the outside, ball knocked away, and back into the hands of Myers. Brown on Myers, right side to go now to Boo. Boo with the basketball. Holds up, dribble penetrates to the paint, shoots it on the side, scores it. Nice little basket in there. It's 14-9. Blue Dragons have not led in this contest. Ladies of Hutchinson working around the outside. Brown, top of the key, now to Mickens. Left side, Bradshaw. Holds it high. Out top to Hopkins. Adenotion. Picks it up off the ball screen. Little floater. Teardrop off the glass is good. Give that credit to Hopkins to put it off the glass. Looks like it was intended. I'm not sure it was.
Her first career points as a Dragon.
They'll kick it right side. Mueller, quick release. 3-pointer. Off its mark. No good. Blue Dragons block out and come up with the basketball. 14-11. The lead is 3 now for Cloud. Barber on the outer perimeter. Coaching staff tell him to swing it. Here on the outside is Bradshaw. Feed inside of Mickens. She loses the basketball. Dives forward, trying to keep it alive. Hopkins had it for a second. Taken away by Cloud. Another Dragon turnover. They'll kick it left. Mueller for 3 long. Long one doesn't go. Rebound Bradshaw along with Gay. They tie it up. Possession arrow will be Cloud's way. Now, the possession arrow was pointing the other way, but I think the gentleman...
They never flipped it.
Never flipped it.
Fortunately for Cloud, the referees were on top of it. Remember the chapstick trick? You keep the chapstick in your pocket if you're an official, and you turn it the direction it needs to go in case there's a mistake at the table.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Here comes the inbound. Boo has it, drive on the right side, jumper up and good. Scoring it, Carrie Davis. And that's the end of your quarter. 16-11, the lead is 5 for Cloud. They jumped out to a 5-0 lead. It was tied at 9 one time, and the Blue Dragons now trail by 5 against 16-11. We'll take a 1-minute timeout. We'll be back with second quarter action from Concordia, Kansas right after this.
Imagine for a moment the best deal ever on smartphones. Got it? I bet Nextech Wireless has you beat. Now through the end of the year, get up to 5 smartphone lines, unlimited talk, text, and data for only $100. Whether 3 lines, 4, or 5, it's just $100. And the deals don't stop there. All smartphones are buy one, get one free. Say hello to unlimited gifting, unlimited data, and unlimited holiday happiness. Certain restrictions apply. Merry Christmas from Next Tech Wireless.
Hello, my name is Dr. Brandy Weems, family practitioner at Summit Healthcare. We offer the full spectrum of family practice services, including well child checks, chronic disease management, and in-office procedures. Summit Healthcare is committed to providing quality family medicine and walk-in care to patients of all ages. I am honored to return to this wonderful community where the inspiration for my medical journey began. Schedule your appointment with me, Dr. Weems, at Summit Healthcare today, 662-6000.
Well, the Blue Dragons shooting pretty well, 62.5%, but they're not getting up very many shots. Right now, only 5 out of 8 total, while Cloud's taken 17 shots total already.
8 turnovers for the Blue Dragons. Again, you have to cut those down, and you have to get in the face of Kelsey Mueller. The 2 times she's missed today, someone has been right there. The 2 times she's made it, she's had 2 to 3 foot of space to get the ball off.
Hutchison inbound to start this second quarter of play. Back into the ball game now is Sarah Kramer. Kramer for the Blue Dragons out of Dighton, Kansas. Taken away by Kennedy Gay, and here comes Cloud with the basketball. Trying to go high and had to stolen away another Dragon turnover. Hopkins on the outside. Dribble penetrates, holds up, kicks it on the outer perimeter. Carrie Davis rolls to her right side. She's out of North Carolina, Hillsborough, North Carolina. The feed down low, taken away. The Blue Dragons don't allow it to get down low to Fame, and Hutchison comes up with the Roebuck with the steal. Top of the key, left wing. There's Kramer with the basketball. To Mickens, she'll shoot the rare 3, and it rattles around and comes out on her, no good. Rebound cleared out by Cloud County as Myers comes up with it. She'll bring it on the dribble to the right wing. Camila Awabu drives up, puts it up, not there. Rebound's going to be cleared away by Mickens. Blue Dragons will bring it up. 16-11, Cloud with the lead just underway in the second quarter. Feed down low to Roebuck, basket good. Dragons cut that lead to 3 now, 16-13.
That's the first time the high entry pass into the post has worked and not been stolen.
Got to get into a flow and be able to break right when the pass is coming. Otherwise, they'll bunch down and gather in on you, and it's tough to push it in. Cloud with the ball on the outside. There's Myers to Gay. Gay's out of St. Paul, Minnesota. She'll drive in and draw the foul. This one's going to be on Mickens. In the act of shooting, so it'll send Kennedy Gay to the line.
One thing right now the Thunderbirds are doing well that the Blue Dragons are not is giving that one little pump fake, whether it be a ball fake or a jab step, and then gaining the step on the defender. The Blue Dragons, on the other hand, telegraphing where they're going to go.
Free throws up and good by Gay. Her first point of the game against St. Paul, Minnesota. She is a sophomore at 5'9". Substitutions checking out of the contest is Davis along with Myers for Cloud. And Mueller's back in. Free throws up and good. So Gay got hit both of them. 18-13. Dragons down by 5. Hopkins get a break on the bench for the Blue Dragons.
Yeah, kind of surprised to see a little more of her last game when she played 12 minutes.
Kelsey Brett into the Blue Dragon lineup now. She's a freshman out of South Australia. The drive underneath. Mickens had a wide open layup. Missed it. Gay with the rebound. Hutchison does not get the rebound. And here comes Johnson for Cloud. Gay into the paint. Wraparound pass to Fame. Up strong and scores it. Half dozen. Scout Frame. Out of Kinsley, Kansas. Here on our near side's Brett. Kramer out top to Mickens. Here's Bradshaw. That's Tia Bradshaw. Out top again to Brett. She'll slide to the right. Shoots a little 10-footer. It's off front and no good. Rebound cleared by Mueller. Mueller across the half court. Dragons down defensively. Bradshaw's going to come out and pick her up. Mueller bounces to her left. Long ponytail. Goes right side with it. Over to Boo. She'll go into the paint. Shoot it on its way. Not there. Rebound Mickens. Blue Dragons will bring it up. Mickens will bring it on her own on the dribble. Gives it off to Kramer as Bradshaw was bottled up. Wide open underneath. Roebuck basket good. There's a good seal off and a basket by Roebuck.
It's only the second time that lob pass has worked, and the reason it worked, Roebuck had her defender sealed off at the elbow.
Three-pointer the other way, won't go. Rebound cleared away by Brett. Here comes Hutchison. Brett across the half court, gets it to Kramer. Kramer on the far right side. Feed down low to Mickens. Mickens follow-away jumper's up and good. First points for Mickens tonight. Little baseline jumper on the right side and cuts that lead back to 3 again in 2017. Cloud with the lead. Cloud to drive it in. A little runner up and good by Bo. Bo puts it up and in. She has 4. 22-17. We've stayed right in that 5-minute difference between these two clubs from the very get-go. Kramer, bounce pass, a little give and go. Roebuck bounces in. Shot not there, but a foul is called. They're going to whistle this one on Gay. If it is, it's her second.
Good job by Roebuck that time, drawing the contact. Almost had an and one.
Yep.
Just couldn't quite get it to fall.
Don't forget, volleyball action starts tomorrow morning at the Sports Arena. 9 o'clock will be the first matches on Court 1 and Court 2 of the NJCAA National Tournament for this year. Free throw toss is up and missing by Roebuck. If you're unable to make it to the contest, be sure and tune in to NJCAATV.com. Catch all the video stream. Holly Liker, the tournament director, has done a great job of over 150, 160 volunteers. The arena looks great. Here's Roebuck's second free throw. It's up and good.
First made free throw of the year for her.
Roebuck was 7 of the 22 of the 18 direct points. It is. The lead is 4 now for Cloud County. Johnson on the outside. Rolls right. Barber comes over to cut her off. Around the horn, no work at the left side. Davis. Davis on the dribble. Carrie Davis. And a reach-in foul call. They're going to get Brown, I believe, on the foul.
That's the call they cracked down on a few years ago where you got to keep your hands off of that hip.
Well, that's a natural tendency to want to do, so you kind of know where your defender is or where your offensive player is. Johnson. Dribble penetrates into the paint, takes it down low, throws up a wild shot. Blocking foul is going to be called. Is it in the act of shooting? Nope, it is not. Baseline will be where they put it in. No, they will shoot free throws.
That's foul number 5.
It's not, they're not shooting free throws. But it is foul number 5, so.
I guess they don't have that on the board as 5, though, do they?
Nope.
Either they're behind or I'm ahead.
Here comes the inbound. Ball knocked away, picked up by Frame. She'll go up, blocked by Roebuck out of bounds. It'll be Clouds basketball. Scout Frame does a good job for right 5'9", getting inside. Cloud will inbound with 26 on the shot clock, 5:55 on the game clock. We're in quarter 2. Rustin Darren will be down at Pratt coming up on Saturday night. And down there as well. Dribble penetration stolen away by the Blue Dragons. Kramer will bring it up. Weaves her way in traffic. Goes left side to Bradshaw. Throws it right into the hands of Frame as I think she thought Barbara was going to break out. Not the case. Here's Mueller. Mueller on the outer side. She'll dribble drive. Kicks it right. Underneath they go. Ball stripped away. Frame had it for a second. Out of bounds. Last touch of Frame. It'll be Blue Dragon basketball.
Yeah, the Blue Dragons are they're seeing things in their head a little faster than their body is getting the ball there. Remember how good Kalani Purcell was at seeing the game so fast and being able to get the ball where it needed to be quickly. In this case, they're seeing the open person underneath, but by the time the ball comes up and is thrown, the defender has already covered that 1 or 2 feet to close the gap.
Yep. 22-18, the lead is 4 for Cloud with 5:18 to go in quarter number 2. Here's Bradshaw out of Dodge City. Tia, right side, Roebuck. Give and go down low to Barber, and there you go. You try to get the bounce pass inside to Barber, and she can handle a low skipping pass. Out of bounds it goes. Turnover, another one against the Blue Dragons.
Number 11.
So Cloud will bring it up. Johnson. Tiana Johnson, she's out of Bedford, Texas. Loses the basketball on the far side. Last touched out of bounds off of Roebuck. So Johnson will play it in right in front of the Blue Dragon bench. Here comes Mickens back in the lineup. Roebuck will get a break. Added to 9 once. Johnson rolls off the ball screen. And travel call. This one's going to work against Johnson. It'll be a turnover against Cloud. So Hutchinson basketball now down by 4. 4:50 to go. quarter number 2. Barber. Outside now to Kramer, all the way across the top of the arc to Brown. The three-pointer way short. Rebound's going to be cleared out by Hamill. Courtney Hamill out of Clay Center with the rebound. Here's Cloud on the push, and they'll shoot it on its way up. Short shot, no good on a miss by Davis, but rebounded by Hamill. Gets it back into the hands of Christensen. She'll put it up and score it. Savannah Christensen with her first basket. She is out of Hawaii. 24-18, the largest lead now at 6 for the Cloud Thunderbirds. Lady T-Birds with tenacious defense. Here's Barber. She'll drive it all the way down to the right, shoot it up wildly, and off the glass, no good, out of bounds. Last touched off a Blue Dragon.
Give Barber credit. She got down there with a lot of contact all the way from the top of the arc down into the lane at the box, and no call from the officials.
But the lead is 6 right now for the Cloud County Thunderbirds. John Onge is talking about just that fact right now with the baseline official. Johnson. Ball back outside. Myers has it. She's double teamed. They give it down low underneath. They go to Christensen. Loose ball on the floor. Jump ball called. Possession arrow will be Cloud's way. So inbounding on the far side, baseline right will be Christensen, on the near side, I should say. Gets it into Myers. Out top, little give and go down low to Christensen. Kicks it on the left side. Here's Mueller. Shot clock at 5 now. Mueller's got to go. Gets one off. It's not a three-pointer. It's a 2. It'll be a 2. Right as the buzzer sounded. Good first half for Mueller. She has 8 points, and it's a 8-point lead at 26-18 for the Cloud County Thunderbirds. Hutch works it around the outer perimeter. As Barber, she'll throw up one, and the foul's going to be called. They're going to get Hamill on the arm. Should be a shooting situation. Barber will step to the line.
Talked about this Cloud County team and its size, the lack thereof, but what they lack in that size, they make up by 2 things. 1 is sharp shooting. 2, footwork.
Free throw toss is up and good by Barber. Good point. Barber now with 3 points on the evening. Roebuck back in for Mickens. To the second one. Free throw toss. Got it. So she puts both of them down. 4 points for Barber. The lead cut back down to 6 now, 26-20. Striking distance for the Blue Dragons, but they got to be a little bit more prolific. Wide open underneath Christensen. She missed the layup. Ball knocked away out of bounds. It'll be Blue Dragon basketball.
She was left wide open. Both defenders stayed out beyond the arc. Maybe some miscommunication between Barber and Kramer. But, man, talk about blowing a wide open bunny.
That adrenaline starts pumping when you know you're that wide open. Just put it off the glass too hard and lipped off the rim. That's got a break there. Brown to Kramer. Kramer on the right. Dribble penetrates. 18-footer good. Tell you what, she shows glimpses of what she can do, doesn't she? That's a good-looking jumper. Kind of a Rick Barry form. Knocks it down. 26-22 now. The lead is cut to 4. 4 unanswered points by the Blue Dragons. Mueller, ball kicked. Roebuck got a foot on it and sends it over into the student section. It will be Lady basketball right side baseline. Hutchison's got to watch those outer perimeter picks. Here comes the inbound from Johnson. Gives it off the frame. She'll go up and draw the foul on Bradshaw. That's unfortunate because they had to defend it pretty good. She just took a run in there and got a pass to her and was fouled. 2-shot foul coming away a frame.
Well, it was opened up by what you said. There was a nice little screen that maybe wasn't called out and found herself a right in there.
It's going to work out, though. Missed on that opportunity. She'll get a second opportunity now. Visualizes bouncing the ball before the shot at the free throw line.
Frame no stranger to the line. This is her 32nd attempt on the young season.
Free throw toss is up and good. 7 points for her, missed on the front end of that 2-shot foul. 27-22, the lead is 5 now for Cloud County. Bradshaw across the timeline. Tia Bradshaw out of Dodge City. Rolls to her left. Over to Brown. Dribble penetrates. The drive by Brown, not there. Off the right side, no good. Hannah with the rebound, or Hamill, that is. Here comes Johnson for Cloud. They'll kick it left side. Mueller for three on its way. Got it. Little Gal can shoot, folks. 11 points. She's in double figures already in this first half of play. She can shoot the basketball.
She's easy to lose at 5'2", but if you're this Blue Dragon defense, you have to know where she is at all times.
Feet down low underneath the Kramer. Foul on the floor is going to be called. They'll whistle this one against. Bode will pick up the personal. Inbounding will be the Blue Dragons. Brown will get a break. Back into the lineup for the first time is Brianna Bradshaw. So Bree Bradshaw in there. Sister Tia Bradshaw will inbound. Here comes into Kramer. Wide open. She'll gun it on its way. Rimming off. No good. Rebound fought for. Taken away by Johnson, the Cloud. They lead it by 8, and they're on the Cloud will bring it up. Mueller can't give her a slot. Back outside into the hands of Davis. Bounce pass over to Hamill on the right wing. Outside to Johnson. Crossover. Goes to the paint. Back outside. Mueller thought about it. Bradshaw right out on her. That's Bree Bradshaw. Mueller bounces right. Roebuck on her. You know she's going to shoot it. They stay with her. Barber comes way out. Here's the drive by Mueller. Puts up the wild shot, and a foul called. Roebuck with the personal.
Yeah, really, with her being 5'2", Roebuck at 5'11", she has the length. So if you can just go straight up in that situation, she just gets beat on that path to the lane, kind of reaches in late.
Mueller at the foul stripe. That's only the first against Roebuck. Free throws up and good by Mueller. She's having a ball. 12 points. She averages 16 a contest. 1:17 to go in quarter two. Free throw toss. Second one's up and good. 13 points for Mueller, and it's a 10-point lead for Cloud. 5 for Clouds. Build it up. Double-digit lead at 32-22. Bradshaw, left side. Pass down low to Kramer. Wide open. Basket good. Kramer scoring. She has 4. Lead back to 8 now. 32-24. We're inside of 55 seconds to go in the first half of play. We'll take a brief break, add up all the numbers, and be back with you. Right side, ball knocked away. Last touched out of bounds off the Blue Dragons. Kramer got a hand on it. Here comes the inbound. Johnson. Dribble drive by Frame. Goes up. Draws the foul on Roebuck. In the act of shooting, Frame will go to the line. Second on Roebuck. So now the foul's starting to be an issue.
And that was an issue for her in the first half of last game. But give her credit. She's made it all this way without picking up a foul. Just happens to pick up a couple of quick ones because they drive against her specifically.
Free throws up and good by Frame. Frame with a good first half as well. She has 8 points. Brown will check back in. Roebuck will protect those 2 fouls so she didn't pick another one up. Frame's toss is up and good. So 9 points for Scout Frame. And 13 for Mueller to set the tone for 34-24. The lead is 10 now for Cloud. Inside of 30 seconds. Left side with it, Bradshaw. Holds it high. Over to Brown. Top left with the basketball is Bradshaw. Tia Bradshaw rolls to her left side. Over to Brown. 7 on the shot clock. Brown will take it down low, puts it up, and a reach-in foul called. Looks like it might be on Hamill. Let's check it for sure. Nope, it's going to be on Johnson. Johnson will pick up the personal, only her first. And not in the act of shooting, so they were going to inbound, but a timeout's going to be taken. Timeout's going to be taken, a 30-second break, 7.1 to go before intermission. 34-24 is your score. Cloud on top. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. Your best offense during cold and flu season is a good defense. Drink plenty of liquids, get plenty of rest, and keep your hands sanitized. If a bug still manages to get you, Ashcraft Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy, has over-the-counter medications that can help. Or if you need a prescription, we offer free mail-out, free delivery, or call ahead for our handy curbside service. Go Dragons! from Ashcraft Pharmacy in the Hart Shopping Center, South Hutchinson, and Health Mart, caring for you and about you.
Well, 7.1 to go, Darren. 34-24, a 10-point lead. We're in the first half of play. Cloud with the lead. Blue Dragons need to take advantage of this possession.
Well, this is a chance to gain a little momentum before the half. The shot clock is dark. You have 7 seconds to get one final shot to maybe give you a boost.
Lob it in. Here's Bree Bradshaw. She'll drive down underneath, puts it up and scores it. Nice job by Bree to get it up and in there. Her first basket, and that's your halftime. Your score at the end of intermission, or at halftime, I should say. Lady T-Birds 34 and the Blue Dragons ladies 26. We will take a 2-minute timeout, add up all the numbers. Blue Dragons got a little work to do, trailing it by 8. But they trailed last week by 20 at halftime. We're able to come back to cut it to 5. Let's see if they can get the same thing done in this half. We'll be back with the Medicine Shop in-game capsule coming up in just a little bit. 2-minute timeout coming your way. Cloud 34, Hutchinson 26. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
We all like to save money when and where we can, right? You can do that every day at Salt City Pawn and Jewelry. Hi, this is owner Paul Phillips inviting you to stop in and say hi to our friendly staff. And while you're here, check out over 3,000 square feet of great merchandise priced at outstanding values. We don't have to offer huge sale prices for one day only when we do that on a daily basis. Save big over retail prices on firearms, electronics, guitars and amps, name brand tools, video games, jewelry, and more. See us at 916 East 4th and Hutch, just east of 4th and Severance. We're proud to be alumni and supporters of all Blue Dragon Athletics.
HCC Sports is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert F. of the Hutchinson Clinic, Barkley Plumbing, Burning Chiropractic Center, Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group, Sutton Kaufman Transmission Service, Wade Patton Insurance, A&A Builders, Bold Office Shares, Mega Manufacturing, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Lowen Corporation, and by Mann, Wyatt & Rice, LLC. These Sportscaster Club members help provide funds for HCC scholarships.
For over 15 years, Erickson Custom Building has helped homeowners bring their remodel ideas to life. If you're looking to update a kitchen or bathroom or hoping to remodel your entire home, trust the team at Erickson Custom Building. We create customized plans designed around your dreams, ideas, and budget. For quality and follow-through on any home project, call Erickson Custom Building at 620-585-2816 or visit ericksoncustomBLDG.com.
Welcome to the Hutchinson Medicine Shop. With the emergence of big business, not only in pharmacy, but industries, the Medicine Shop is proud to be a thriving local. So thankful to our customers in Hutchinson, Reno County, and Central Kansas for your support. In turn, we're proud to be a major sponsor of the Hutch High Salthawks, as well as other area high schools, the Blue Dragons, Chiefs, Royals, Jayhawks, and Wildcats. You support us, and the Hutchinson Medicine Shop supports local sports.
Well, we're at halftime. 34-26. The lead is 8 for the Thunderbirds of Cloud County over the Lady Blue Dragons. Dragons never led in this first half of play. They trailed 5-0 from the get-go and then tied it up at 9. Saw 2 10-point leads twice by the Cloud County Thunderbirds, but a nice basket by Brianna Bradshaw right before the buzzer. They're making an 8-point difference at 34-26 at halftime. It's time for the Medicine Shop in-game capsule brought to you by Little White Castle, 14th and Main, the Medicine Shop. Flu shots, Medicare Part D, you have until December 7th. Pick your plan, and just because your plan worked well for you last year doesn't mean it'll work well for you this year. They got a little computer program that can plug in what medications you're on and what the most popular programs, which one will work the best for you, and help you there as well. Pneumonia shots, you name it. They deliver. Can't ask for any better service than that from the Medicine Shop, 14th and Main in Hutchinson. Darren, what do the numbers look like?
Well, for the Blue Dragons, able to stop the bleeding at least a little bit in the turnover game. Had 8 turnovers in that first half, and you thought, oh no. 34 turnovers in the last game against Seward, 8 1/4 times 4, another 32 this game. But stopping the bleeding in that second quarter with just 3 turnovers, finished the half at 11. It's respectable to have 3. Can they continue that for another half? On the flip side, the Cloud County went from 3 turnovers to 7. So can the Blue Dragons force some more turnovers from them? I know they have to stop Kelsey Mueller. Shot 3, 4, 6 from beyond the arc, 15 points. Out finished with 9.5. Wabu had 4. And the Thunderbirds had 15 rebounds. They lead that category. The Blue Dragons had 11. Shot 1 for 5 from beyond the arc. Had trouble getting the ball into the post. But when it was able to get down there, Jada Mickens finished with 2 points in that first half, 5 rebounds, 8 from Dejanay Roebuck. She's the one that really got a lot of those overhead passes and was able to seal off the defender enough to get some post action. Sarah Kramer knocked down a couple of nice shots to finish with 4 points. 3 for 7 for the Thunderbirds from beyond the arc, so the only one to hit a 3, Kelsey Mueller, but the only one to take a 3, the only other one was Boo. She shot once, so 6 of the 7 threes coming from Kelsey Mueller. She hits 3 of those 6, her team 3 for 7, almost 43% from beyond the arc, and the Blue Dragons, of course, just 20% from there. So 4-26 halftime lead. The only way from that for the Blue Dragons would be, hey, we got some momentum at the end by drawing up the play we wanted, and we produced the points that we had hoped to get.
Probably the biggest thing that I see is points off turnovers. Hutchinson with 2, Cloud with 9, the difference 7, and the difference in the ball game right there is 8 points. So they got to take care of the basketball. That's all there is to it, and shoot better from outside the arc.
Well, and the good news there, Glenn, is that those 9 points all came in the first quarter. So they stopped the bleeding there in that second quarter. You have to keep pace with that and not let it get out of control.
Now it is your Medicine Shop in-game capsule brought to you by the Medicine Shop, 14 in Maine. Stop in to see Rick Stone and Lacey and the whole gang in there. They'll help you big time on choosing out what is the best plan for your Part D or any plan. You can take a look and see what it's using now. And again, the plans every year, they keep going up. It's not going to get any better, folks. So hopefully until they get something figured out nationally, the Medicine Shop is the place to go to. Delivery, you name it. The Medicine Shop, 14th and Main in Hutchinson. Easy to refill your prescriptions. I do it all the time. Just get on the computer, put in the prescription number and my phone number, and boom, it's ready just in a couple hours. Able to stop by and see it. The Medicine Shop at 14th and Main in Hutchinson. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, come back and set the stage for the second half of play. Talk a little volleyball as the national tournament gets underway tomorrow. Darren and I'll be doing play-by-play along with some other folks helping us out as well. Sean Boston from over in Newton is going to be helping, and we'll bring all that action to you on NJCAA TV. So we'll talk more about that when we return. It's halftime, 34-26. Blue Dragons trail it. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
Just when you thought you were done with taxes, you got a letter from the IRS. Block are there for you. We don't stop working on April 15th. Our tax professionals are here to help you year-round. So if you have tax issues you need a hand with, even if H&R Block didn't do your taxes the first time around, visit our offices in Hutchinson, Lyons, or Ellsworth and let our experienced tax professionals help get you every dollar you deserve.
The Rothy family name has always been connected to serving the Hutchinson community, and you can expect the same kind of high-quality service when you visit Rothy Family Flooring. They believe you deserve to be treated like family, so they've invested in their own talented and trustworthy installers to lay your floors. No outside contractors will ever knock on your door if Rothy works for you. Let them show you their expansive selection of name brand flooring and trust your home to the best. Rothy Family Flooring, 325 North Main, Hutchinson.
Diabetes is one of the leading causes of disability and death in the United States. The good news? People at high risk can lower their risk by more than half with a proper prevention program. Let this national diabetes diabetic counselor to guide you. Prairie Star Health Center, 30th and K61 in Hutchinson.
Jim's Water and Woods has what you need to enjoy cooler fall temperatures like hot spring spas. Relax in the warm, soothing water of the #1 selling brand on the market with a size and model just right for everyone. Or spend some quality time in the great outdoors in one of their Eno hammocks or chairs. Or take a look at the Eno backpacks, totes, blankets, and more. And since grilling season is year-round, Jim's offers great grills from Weber and Hasty Bake and smokers from Cook Shack and Fast Eddie's. See the fall possibilities at Jim's Water and Woods, 419 West 2nd in Hutchinson, and follow them on Facebook.
Little Blue Dragons with some work to do. Lady Dragons down by 8 at halftime, 34-26. Darren, we have some volleyball action starting tomorrow morning at 9 o'clock at the Sports Arena. 2 different matches going on at each interval. It all starts at 9 and 12, basically 12 matches tomorrow, 6 different time intervals and 12 matches. And I think people are going to be very impressed. I put together all the spotting rosters, and it's amazing assortment of teams with a lot of international flavor. You and I are going to be, well, I'm going to be challenged. I don't think you are, but It's going to be these are good teams. 30-0, Miami-Dade, seeded number 1 out of Miami-Dade, Florida. That's the Miami-Dade Kendall campus, and they are outstanding. A lot of national championships behind them. But then you go on down Mineral area out of Missouri with Park Hill, Missouri, with a 34-0 mark. Hutchinson with a solid entry in there, seeded 15, but that's going to be a heck of a game at 11, a heck of a match at 11 against Iowa Western, a team they matched up and played very well against back a couple months ago.
A lot of good teams that have seen each other, and this is a chance for some of those to get a little bit of revenge. If it was one where the other team got the better of you, well, now on the biggest stage, you have a chance to get that revenge and move on. I mean, even though it's a double elimination tournament, you have to win to keep progressing to get yourself into that championship contest. And of volleyball, you're going to love seeing a Division I level, and if you're not a fan of volleyball, you're just kind of interested to see what it's all about. It's really fast-paced. You think basketball can get fast-paced. The action is back and forth so fast. Points are scored before you even know it in volleyball, and athletes who can jump out of the gym.
Yeah, it's going to be really athletic. I saw some with lots of height. I saw with not so much, but you could tell the ones were very athletic, so it's going to be a fun time. And it all starts tomorrow morning at 9. The consolation bracket, a lot of games will be played already on Friday, and then the championship brackets, all from 9th place on down, will be taking place on Saturday. So lots of volleyball happening at the sports arena. The old double elimination tournament, not the pure double where you used to come back to the back doors to the national championship. That's not the case, but still you can keep on playing. Guaranteed what it comes down to.
I won some putt-putt tournaments that way back in the daycare days of being able to lose and come back around. But yeah, you have to be able to play your best volleyball right out of the gate. So there's travel involved there for a lot of the teams. There's getting acclimated to having 2 courts going on at the same time, which a lot of those players probably grew up with a lot.
Oh, yeah.
Coming through junior high and high school, you don't get it as much necessarily, except for some of those tournaments like we had earlier in the year at the sports arena. But I think it would be a little bit different to have another game going on the other half of the court and be able to hear that whistle from the other end while you're trying to play on that end.
You've done a lot of research. I know you've been digging into research. I have too. There's a couple players that won world championships in beach volleyball from Brazil that are on some of these teams. So the club teams down in Brazil are outstanding, as they are in other parts of the state. You have some that have a whole slew of Puerto Rico and Dominican Republic and influence that way, and then you also have others that have all Alabama. For example, Polk State, all Alabama kids. So you get the variance of the two, but it's going to add up to some pretty good volleyball played over 3 days.
Well, internationally, the way I put it to someone the other day is basically there's 20 syllables in the first and last names. So as you were mentioning, a lot to go over. I know some of the coaches have put together, they've written down the pronunciations, but a lot of times we write pronunciations differently. So you almost still have to hear the coach say it, so you can write it down phonetically how you would write it.
I hope to have it right by Saturday is what I hope to have it right by. So it's going to be fun. We're going to enjoy it. We're going to take a 2-minute timeout, come back and set the stage for this game. Dragons got a little work to be done. They're down by 8 right now, 34-26. We'll take a 2-minute break. We'll be back with more on KWBW as well as on Country 102.9 KHUT in Hutchinson. We'll be back in 2.
This is Carter File, president of Hutchinson Community College. I invite you to join us this winter as the proud tradition of Blue Dragon men's and women's basketball continues at the historic Hutchinson Sports Arena. Both teams are favorites in the tough Jayhawk Conference, so you won't want to miss any of the action. Find the schedule at BlueDragonSports.com, like us on Facebook, and follow Blue Dragon Sports on Twitter. As always, go Blue Dragons.
Need a ride anywhere in Reno County? Reno County Transportation can get you there. RCAT provides first-come, first-served general public transportation that is safe and affordable whether you live in town or in the country. RCAT accepts tickets, monthly passes, or cash. 24-hour advance notice is required for rural pickups. Call 694-2913 for information.
If you listen to the radio or watch TV, you probably realize you could be in for a real shock when you get your next heating bill. E&M Plumbing has the solution with the Rude 90-plus modulating gas furnace. Efficiency ratings of 94% and above could mean 30 to 40% savings on heating costs. And it's so quiet, you'll wonder if it's even running at all. E&M's regular service and Rude's reputation for reliability are your answers for high energy costs. For no obligation answers, call E&M Plumbing, your Rude dealer for the Hutchinson area.
Just as the Hutchinson Blue Dragons athletics are a tradition, so is the Anchor Inn in downtown Hutchinson. Whether you plan lunch or dinner or even take out for home, the Anchor Inn is a great family restaurant that you are sure to enjoy. Order off the great menu or take advantage of the Anchor Inn's awesome buffet. You'll make a great choice either way. The Anchor Inn is also a great spot to meet up with old friends and acquaintances because everyone goes to the Anchor. That's the Anchor Inn at 128 South Main in Hutchinson, proud supporters of Hutchinson Blue Dragon Athletics.
Now 34-26 at halftime. Blue Dragons trail it. Gonna have to get it going. We're about set to get the second half underway. You and I were walking around here at the Thunderdome, as they refer to it, and saw an old picture from 1983 of Rod Zook in his track days.
That's one of the better heads of hair I've seen.
It sure is.
From that
was
time
a
frame.
head of hair. Let me tell you. Here with the basketball to start the second half will be Tia Bradshaw. Roebuck will get the start as well, along with Kramer, Mickens, and Brown. Same starting five that the Blue Dragons had before. And lane violation is going to be called on the Blue Dragons. Shot went up, did not make it. Blue Dragons got the rebound, but they called it in the lane. It'll be another infraction against the Blue Dragons. That's 12 in the ball game now. Cloud basketball. They'll set up right side. Top of the key now to go to Mueller. Mueller angle, dribbles to the right, pulls it back on the dribble, still with the right hand. Mickens out on her. Mueller all covered up, gets it into Gay. Gay back outside. Dribble penetration, left side. Frame, basket good with the left hand. So Frame rolls to her right, puts it up and in. Frame now with 11. She's in double figures, having a heck of a game. The lead back at 10 at 36-26. Kramer out top down to Mickens. Left side, here's Tia Bradshaw. Entry pass comes down low to Roebuck. She'll score. Nope, puts it up, misses it. Rebound cleared out. Little bunny inside, missed it out with the rebound was Frame. We go the other way. Bo with the ball on the outer perimeter. Dribble penetrates, gets by Kramer. And pass outside down to Gay. Flash pass down low to Fame. Shot up, no good. Rebound, foul, 4 out of bounds. Last touched off of Blue Dragon.
Well, the Blue Dragons dodged one there because Frame just kind of came free from the back. Roebuck never saw her coming from that backside, didn't have a hand or cutting, and almost got beat.
Roebuck will check out. Frame did take a good advantage there, and a foul called on Mickens, I believe. Number 32, Micken will pick up the personal. That will be number 3 against her.
Yeah, that's one player you hate to see in foul trouble. She needs to get going.
Three-pointer from outside. Bode knocks it down. Her first 3 of the game. She shoots over 56% from the 3 lands. 7 points for her total. And it's 39-26. The lead growing now to 13. Blue Dragons trail. Lady Dragons, Brown directs traffic. Tia Bradshaw will come out and gather in the basketball. 7 on the shot clock. Here's Mickens. She'll gun it from outside. Hits the 3. Mickens with the 3 ball from outside. She has 5.
First 3-pointer of the year. That's a walk.
And it will be called as a walk. Goes against Cloud.
A little more than the Euro step out there.
39-29. Blue Dragons trail it now. They've cut it back to a 10-point difference. Just under 8 to go in this third period of play. Kind of feel like Hutchinson needs to cut that deficit at least in half to have a chance in the fourth quarter. Here's Brown. Brown on the outer perimeter, drives in, puts it up, not there. Fight for the rebound, Mickens and Johnson going at it. Johnson gathers it in, gets to the Gay. Cloud County basketball. Up the court, they'll bring it quickly on the left side. Dribble penetration again. This time it's on Frame, and the foul's going to be called against the Blue Dragons. Frame kind of doing a little dance after that. Nifty move.
Well, she did a dance before she put the ball down on the floor, too. I'm surprised. Same move that you saw Boo make a minute ago. Got called for the travel. Surprised Frame didn't get called for one there.
Comes in the Gay. Her shot too sharp off the glass. No good. Rebound's going to be cleared out. Hutchinson with the rebound. 39, the lead remains at 10. Kramer for Hutchinson. Well, they just can't go inside, can they? They're really cutting off that angle of the pass. Long three by Bradshaw won't ring. Rebound Mickens. She'll put it up and draw the foul. They're going to get it on frame. 2 shots coming the way of Mickens. So Bradshaw from the outside was not able to knock it down, but Mickens there for the rebound.
And that might be what it takes for Mickens. As you mentioned, they can't get it underneath to her in the flow of the offense. So she might have to clean underneath and try to make some trips to the line.
Well, they're sagging big time on her. Mickens free throws up and good. Good to see her hit from the line. That's 6 for her. 34 in her debut against Bethany JV back on opening night on November 1st. Free throw toss. This one missing. Rebound cleared out of there by Frame of Cloud County. Cloud with a nifty win over Dodge that night, 79-51. There's a reverse underneath. Doesn't go for Bod, and rebound's going to be cleared out by the Blue Dragons. Or Bode, I should say. Brown brings it right, tries to get into Mickens, can't get it through the outstretched hands of Cloud. Cloud comes out with a steal, then stripped away, foul called on Bradshaw. There's exactly what you're talking about, Darren. They're trying to go a little give and go down low, and Cloud just collapsing on Mickens down the low post, making it just about impossible to sneak a pass in there.
Well, and it's not enough that they know they can't sneak it down there. It's the fact that they keep trying to do something that hasn't worked all game. They need to at least put a pump fake in there somewhere to get the defender off balance and open up a passing lane.
For Bradshaw, that's her third, by the way. Free throws up and good by Bode. Here comes Hopkins into the lineup for the Blue Dragons. Kramer takes a seat. Also into the lineup, Kayla Barber. Roebuck back in there as well. Free throw toss, both of them good. 9 points for Bod. 41-30. The lead is 11 for the Cloud County Thunderbirds. And if you just joined us, they jumped off to a 5-0 lead. Dragons tied it back at 9-9. There's a drive by Brown. Dragons needed that one. Her second basket makes it 41-32. Dragons get back defensively. Hopkins to Brown to go in this third period. Here's Mueller on the outside. Dragons swarming around. Hopkins on Mueller. Still in the man-to-man. Little give and go to underneath the Kennedy. Gay, and an offensive foul called, or a foul call, that is, against Gay, yes. That'll be her third. Drop the shoulder. Whenever you drop the shoulder, you're dead meat.
Well, they about had the Blue Dragons beat if it were not for that offensive foul, because, again, remember when the defenders in the first half were caught beyond the arc, both of them, nobody switched, same situation, but this time the backside cuts off Kennedy, and she lowers that shoulder for the offensive foul.
Just under 6 to go in third quarter of action. Barber on the outer perimeter. Dragons down 41-32. Trying to get it down low to Roebuck. Ball knocked away. Last touched off for Roebuck. Clouds basketball. Just enough of a hesitation to get the ball in there. And actually Roebuck need to come back for that ball just a little bit like a wide receiver in football. Johnson in the lineup now for Cloud. She'll bring it over on the left side. Out top now to Mueller. Mueller a pop. The long three. Offense mark no goods. It'll be Blue Dragons basketball. Congratulations to the Blue Dragons as their opponent for the Salt City Bowl on December 2nd has been chosen, and it will be a good one. Eastern Arizona, the winner from last year, came from behind in that great game against Butler last year, is the same opponent for this year. Should be a great matchup. Both teams 7-4.
Yeah, on paper it looks like it could be a really close one again.
So that's coming up on December 2nd. You'll hear more about it as we get a little closer. Ball on the outside. Timeout's taken by John Onges and the Blue Dragons, and John Onges is really upset with a couple of players on his team. A full 1 minute break coming your way. 5:16 to go in this third period of play. Dragons down 41-32. We'll be back in 1 minute.
Imagine for a moment the best deal ever on smartphones. Got it? I bet Next Tech Wireless has you beat. Now through the end of the year, get up to 5 smartphone lines, unlimited talk, text, and data for only $100. Whether 3 lines, 4, or 5, it's smartphones are buy one, get one free. Say hello to unlimited gifting, unlimited data, and unlimited holiday happiness. Certain restrictions apply. Merry Christmas from Next Tech Wireless.
Hello, this is Tom Elliott of Elliott Mortuary, and again this year we are pleased to help sponsor HCC Blue Dragon Sports. We encourage you to support all the Blue Dragon games, both home and away, with your attendance. But if not, we hope you enjoy listening to the game here on KWBW and Country 102.9. Elliott Mortuary and Crematory, a proud sponsor of Hutchinson Community College, and honored to have served the families of Hutchinson and Reno County since 1935.
Well, and bounding on the near side will be the Blue Dragons. Bradshaw gets it in. As Tia Bradshaw actually hit one. There's 6 on the show. Dragons got to take the shot. Barber does. It's the three-pointer. How many of those, Darren, has she hit this year?
Just her second.
So you had one against Seward, but I mean, her percentage is pretty darn good.
She's starting to look better from out there.
Yeah, you betcha. There's a basket the other way.
Boo able to put that one in and through contact.
Bode puts it up and in. She has 12. 43-25 to 35 now. The lead cut back down to 8. Blue Dragons had it down to 6. That's what they got to work at, is just cutting it down. Don't make it all in one trip. Again, Bradshaw in there, but a little foul trouble with her. Hopkins with the basketball. I'm referring to Tia Bradshaw. Trying to get the feed into Roebuck and not far enough, and it's taken away by Bowd. Here we go to Mueller. She'll step around the defender and puts it in. Wow. 45 lead has been 11. Roebuck to the foul stripe. Shoots and misses. Ball pops out. Last touched off a Cloud County player. Blue Dragons will have it. Here comes Kramer back into the lineup. Also Mickens will return for the Blue Dragons. Bradshaw will get a break. And Barber will get a break.
You mentioned Coach Josh took that timeout. He was really upset a few minutes ago. He had nobody in the post. All 5 players were lined up outside of the arc. Finally, now they're getting a couple of players down in the post for this offense.
They get it into Roebuck. She gathers in the basketball, puts it up way too short, gets her own rebound, goes up, scores it. And the basket is good, and she's fouled.
Sometimes it takes that extra little effort to get you going. You notice she's been short on her last couple of shots. But that time she follows the miss. She hadn't done that earlier in the game. Gets the cleanup and a chance at 3.
Bradshaw, free throw toss, up and good. Her first points of the second half. She has double figures at 10 now. The lead is cut to 7. It's kind of what you want to do. Get it down to maybe a 4-point game before we head to that fourth quarter. There's a missed shot. Roebuck comes up with a loose basketball. Still trying to get it. Stolen away by Cloud. Basket good by Hamill. And there's an example of the way it's been all night long.
Turnover 16.
Great job by Roebuck to get the basketball. She just couldn't get control. 47-38, the lead back at 9 again, and a foul called on the outside. This one will go against Cloud.
Number 12, Kelsey
Mueller will only her first. Inbounding will be the Blue Dragons. Well, you feel for Roebuck. She was trying to pick up the basketball, and the pesky Cloud Thunderbirds came right at it, and then they get a little layup by Hamill out of it. Hopkins out top to Kramer. Squares, shoots, and misses. Rebound cleared underneath. That one's cleared up by Christensen. She'll give it off. She's back into the ball game, and down the court, the Blue Dragons get back defensively. Mueller, top side, got to watch her. Johnson, she'll take Kramer on the baseline. Ball stolen away. Here comes Kramer with the basketball. Brown all the way down. Long pass to Alicia. Alicia Brown goes up and is fouled. Cloud fans and the student section in front of us wanted a foul called or a block called. Didn't get it. Brown will go to the line.
I think the thing she did right there was the fact that she went from the left block to the right block across the body of the defender, helping create that contact to the rack.
Bode will pick up her third. We were told that number 2's name was Boo, but the PA announcer keeps saying
You know what I found, though? Because I asked them every time they come to the sports arena for the second game of the year, they're like, yeah, the PA announcer doesn't know.
Oh. So we're going to go with Boo. Free throw by Alicia Brown is good. Got them both. So Brown cashes in with 2. She has 6 points. And the Blue Dragons have cut it to 7 with 2:49 to go in this third period.
Remember that Kizart from last year? Yeah, that was one of those.
Foul away from the play. They're going to say Mickens with a hand on the backside of Hamill. The foul.
And that's going to be cause for her probably to come out.
Yeah, that's her fourth. Here comes Barber back in line. Barber, unfortunately, is probably going to have to play all the fourth quarter, or they're a good part of it, because you can't afford for Mickens to come back in. Foul trouble on her with 2:42 to go. Ball knocked away. Last touched off of Roebuck. It'll be County basketball. Here comes the inbound. Johnson gathers in the pass. Ball knocked away again. It will be Cloud County's ball. I talked about Brett Erkenbrack being in his 29th year. 238 and 269 is the numbers. 70% over 29 years of games won. Won a national championship at Salina with this Cloud County team. Ball outside, wide open Johnson. 3-ball, rims out on him, no good. Hopkins with a rebound for the Blue Dragons. That was back around 2002 or so, down lower underneath the Roebuck basket, good. Roebuck with 12 points. Dragons deck down to 5 now, 72-42. Wide open underneath, basket good by Hamill. And a timeout's going to be taken with 2:03 to go in this third period of play. We're going to break in as well. Cloud back up by 7 now, 49-42. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
Hi, I'm Ken Hyman, General Manager of Midwest Superstore in Hutchinson. We're proud to be a sponsor of HCC Sports. You have choices when it comes to your vehicle purchases, and a better way is more than a slogan. Any new or select pre-owned purchase comes with our Advantage Rewards benefits. That includes complimentary car washes with every service visit, a loaner car with any major service, including oil changes and tire rotations. A better way also means no high-pressure sales tactics. Everyone has deals, but do they take care of you after the sale? Visit us at MidwestSuperstore.com and go Blue Dragons.
Well, Rochelle Yoder is our chief engineer tonight, doing a great job taking care of us on the board. 49-42 right here, a 7-point Cloud lead with 2:03 to go. And Darren, they got it, and they being the Blue Dragons, got it down to a 5-point difference, but right after that gave up an easy basket.
Yeah, they've just never been able to crack it more than that. They've been hanging around that 10 range, too, and Thunderbirds have always had an answer.
See if the Blue Dragons have another run in them or not. Kramer wide open, 15 right side, good. Well, she can make that all day long, and that's point. We're back to a 5-point difference. Lead in the basketball, Mueller. Thank goodness she cooled off a little bit. She was red hot for early. Ball on the outer perimeter, dribble drive by Myers. Inside to Hamill. She's hurt the Dragons late. Jumper up and good. Tell you what about Frame. That Scout Frame that knocked that one down. 13 points for her. She just solid.
Her and Mueller together are kind of powering this Thunderbird team.
Hopkins wide open layup is up and good by Coretta Hopkins. Matches the basket at the other end by Frame. We go this way. Blue Dragons don't defensively. Johnson with the miss. Here comes the long pass to save it out of bounds. It goes. So the Dragons turn it back over. Had a great opportunity to take it inside of 5 points. Right now, Cloud 51. And the Blue Dragons 46 with 1 minute to go in the third period.
We've seen more of Coretta Hopkins these last 2 games. 12 minutes last game was just 0 for 1 from the floor. I tell you what she's done in the second half. She's been clamping down on Kelsey Mueller.
And Tia Bradshaw in foul trouble. The ball knocked away, stolen away by Brown. Brown on the dribble. She'll bring it up. The Dragons will bring it up. 3-on-2. Brown holds up, gives it to Kramer. Kramer on the dribble. Outside to Barber, wide open. In the corner right is going to be Brett. She'll bring it back outside. Blue Dragons re-key it. Boy, I'd like to see her start to produce a little bit and get open. Here's Hopkins. Kramer underneath goes up. Ball knocked away and rejected. Barber comes out with it. There's a foul called. It's going to be on Barber. They say she lowered the elbow or brought up the elbow. Barber is going to be the recipient of the foul. That's her first. And 28 seconds to go in this third period. Cloud will come down and shoot free throws.
I think it takes a lot of restraint as a coach to pick and choose your battles. For Coach Anches, he's picking and choosing here. He's going to let that one go. Kramer gets bodied underneath, and lesser contact is shown by Barber on the rebound, and yet the foul is called on her.
And I couldn't tell if she's saying she raised the elbow, but that you do that to kind of get some clearance, and free throw toss the other way is up and good by Johnson. Johnson's third. Hopkins will check out. Brown will check out. Back in again is Tia Bradshaw into the Blue Dragon lineup. Bradshaw trying to make it 53-46, and 25 seconds remaining to go here in the third. Cloud County leading. Blue Dragons basketball, however. Lady Dragons of Hutchinson trying to bring it up. They're going to work it inside of one. Johnson out on Bradshaw, way out in front of us. Across the top of the key. Ball knocked away. Now, there was a hand on the hip and nothing called by Johnson, but inbounding will be the Blue Dragons with 8.9 to go right in front of the Dragon bench. We're in the third. Barber back to Bradshaw. They'll try to set up the play. Outside Roebuck, dribble penetrations, call for the travel call. 3.9 seconds to go, another Dragon turnover.
It's the ball fake that you want to see, but you have to keep that left pivot foot down, and unfortunately for her, she lets it slide as she tried to break out of it and put the ball on the floor.
7-point difference. Cloud gets the ball in the backcourt. Johnson has it. Brett Erkenbrack saying hurry up and get it across. They'll sling one off the back of the iron on the top of the frame. Is no good. We go to the fourth quarter. Hutchinson trailing 53-46. Can you come back? We'll see if they can. We'll be right back for the final 10 minutes after this 1-minute timeout.
Whatever the sport or season it may be, if you suffer any kind of sports injury, call the outstanding doctors at Pinnacle Sports Medicine and Orthopedics. Doctors Lowen and Severud have effectively treated virtually every kind of sports injury. They use the most advanced arthroscopic surgical techniques available to medicine. You'll also work closely with their highly trained physical therapists every step of your rehab. Get back in the game with Pinnacle Sports Medicine. Call 662-6000 to schedule your appointment or visit them online at summitks.com.
Basketballs are bouncing and crowds are cheering. Your best offense during cold and flu season is a good defense. Drink plenty of liquids, get plenty of rest, and keep your hands sanitized. If a bug still manages to get you, Ashcraft Pharmacy, your local Health Mart pharmacy, has over-the-counter medications that can help. Or if you need a prescription, we offer free mail-out, free delivery, or call for our handy curbside service. Go Dragons! From Ashcraft Pharmacy in the Hart Shopping Center, South Hutchinson, and Health Mart, carrying you and about you.
Well, Darren, what did the Blue Dragons in the last fourth and final quarter and 10 minutes need to do to cut into that 53-46 lead that Cloud County has?
Well, they did a good job of shutting down Mueller, and I think you have to give a lot of credit to Hopkins. She doesn't come out to start this fourth quarter. The second thing is you have to be able to get the ball inside effectively. They haven't been able to do that all game, throwing the ball away on many of those opportunities.
Frame with the inbound. It goes to Johnson. Johnson will bring it up. Bradshaw tight on her. We go left wing with the basketball. There's Myers. Myers has played quite a bit in the second half. Here's Johnson across. He'll dump it over to Hamill. 16 on the shot clock. Good ball movement, but ball knocked away. Hey, Courtney Hamill a little too aggressive. Foul's going to be called on Hamill. That'll be her second. First team foul of this quarter against the Cloud County Thunderbirds. This could come down to the free throw line.
Well, you know, a lot of times you say get the lead down to 10 and we can work from there, but the Blue Dragons have been inside of that. It seems like they need to get inside 5 and try to crack it from there.
Yeah, they had it to 5 with an opportunity to cut it down. Feed in and out of Bradshaw's hands. Can't handle the hard pass from Roebuck from Bradshaw. Turned it over.
And she was open that time. You know, in the first half, she was covered up on the side, 3/4 covered, couldn't get the ball in there. That time, just missed her.
Kennedy Gay back in the lineup. She's playing with 3 fouls, by the way. With 9:19 to go, Cloud with the basketball in the lead. The drive by Johnson, layup good. Gave a little head fake like she was going to kick it out, and the Blue Dragons bid on it. She has 6. First basket of the second half to go along with a couple free throws. Flash pass, knocks it back outside. Here's Kramer. Kramer on the outer perimeter. Bradshaw had spotted up, but they didn't get it to her. Now she goes back across to the left. Trying to get open is Brett. Wide open is Barbara underneath, but they can't see her. They don't get it to her. Back on the outside. Brett will gun it on its way. Looks good and is good. Kelsey Brett with a 3. She's known as a shooter.
And her first 3 as a Dragon.
Cuts it to 6, 55-49, 8:34 to go. Cloud's lead is cut down a bit. There's a 3 ball by Mueller. It won't go. Roebuck with the rebound. Here comes Bradshaw. Blue Dragons with a golden opportunity here to cut it inside of 6. There's a Roebuck 3. It's way off its mark, no good. A flat-footed Kennedy picks up the basketball. And Cloud will bring it up and set up the offense. Mueller on the outside. Can't leave her untouched. They give it off now to Johnson. Johnson on the drive, rolls off the ball screen set by Frame. Here's Johnson back to Mueller. Mueller crosses over. Kramer from behind. Up and good by Mueller. Makes it look simple, doesn't she? 17 points for her.
5-2 and still able to kind of shy away from the contact of the 6'1 Barber and get it to go.
Mueller 3 out of 7 from outside the arc tonight. There's Bradshaw. She falls down. A foul called. Reaching against Johnson. That'll be the second team foul against Cloud. 57-49. The lead is 8 for the Cloud Thunderbirds with 7:40 to go.
Is a little upset because of the sliding to the floor, but you have to remember that the Dragons were dribbling into that play, and really in the rule book, you can grab a ball and slide from this end of the court to the other end of the court and not be charged with the travel. It's as long as you don't try to get up off of the court.
That's the key.
That's when it becomes a travel.
Most kids, you got to get up, and that's when it becomes a travel. Here comes the inbounds pass. Brett trying to get up. Tia back it up on the dribble. Brett open again on the left side, but they're out on her. Johnson inside to go to Brown. Brown bounces inside, taken away, and a reach-in foul called on Brown. She's frustrated. Mueller just reached in and flat stole it.
That's what a quick little 5'2" guard can do to you. Remember, we talk a lot about getting that ball under your waist. You have to keep it high. The minute it comes down, even those who are 5'2" can grab from that tree.
She went into traffic. The lead is 8, 57-49 Cloud. 7:21 to go. Blue Dragons come up with the basketball. Brett, loose ball again on the floor, picked up by Clouds. They keep it alive. Mueller, 3-ball on its way, right side, won't go. Mickens with the rebound. That would have been deadly. Here comes the Blue Dragons, Bradshaw. Right side, Kramer, spots up, 15-footer, rims off, no good. Battle for the board, loose ball in the court. Blue Dragons come up with it. Mickens trying to hang on. Called Blue Dragons basketball. Possession pointing to Blue Dragons.
Knowing she has 4 fouls, kind of chancing picking up her 5th. I like the tenacity.
Inbounding will be Hutchinson Blue Dragons. They'll inbound right side baseline. And here comes the sub for Cloud. Myers comes in. You know what we're missing? We didn't do it in the first half of play. It's a great night for basketball in honor of Coach Knack. Maybe that's what we're missing. It's a great night for basketball. Blue Dragons got to get it going now.
Now, Glenn, you know you can't just say great. What kind of night is it?
It's a great night for basketball. There you go. Here comes the inbound from Bradshaw. Once they sort out who was it the foul? Not the foul, because they got that one taken care of a little while ago against Brown. Shot clock, maybe?
Yeah, it's possible they need to reset that since there was a jump ball and Cloud never actually possessed it to take over the possession, so they do settle on 21 seconds on the shot clock.
Decide on 21. They're going to let Hutchison inbound right side baseline. Brown will be getting it in. 6:58 to go. Fourth and final period. Ball comes into Brown. 3-pointer. Well, that's what you needed. 57-52. Again, that magic number of 5. The difference in the ball game, Cloud with the lead. Boo on the outside, dumps it away to Mueller, back inside. Kennedy Gagg shoots and misses. Roebuck gets the rebound. It comes out to Bradshaw. She'll run it up. Has Brown on the right side. She'll spot up on the outside, takes it inside. Now they hold up. Roebuck wide open. Now she rolls to the right. Quickly, Boo gets on her. Brown with the basketball. Mueller dogging her fast. 15 on the shot clock. Bradshaw across the top. Holds up over the right side. 3-pointer by Mickens on his way. Good! A 3-pointer by Mickens, and the Blue Dragons have cut the lead now down to 2. A big 3 by Mickens. She has 9 with 6:08 to go. Dragons are back in it. They trail by only 2. A timeout on the floor. Cloud 57. The Blue Dragons 55. We're going to take a quick 30-second timeout. We'll be back in a half a minute. Blue Dragons back in this with 6 to go. Down by only 2. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
We all like to save money when and where we can, right? You can do that every day at Salt City Pawn and Jewelry. Hi, this is owner Paul Phillips inviting you to stop in and say hi to our friendly staff. And while you're here, check out over 3,000 square feet of great merchandise priced at outstanding values. We don't have to offer huge sale prices for one day only when we do that on a daily basis. Save big over retail prices on firearms, electronics, guitars and amps, name brand tools, video games, jewelry, and more. See us at 916 East 4th and Hutch, just east of 4th and Severance. We're proud to be alumni and supporters of all Blue Dragon athletics.
Back to live action. Cloud with the basketball. 6:06 to go. Down by only 2 of the Blue Dragons, 57-55. Cloud basketball, Mueller outside. She'll dribble drive on the right. Ball stolen away, but a foul. They're going to whistle this one against that.
They'll have a kicked ball.
So the shot clock back at 15, as Darren indicated, on the kick ball. Ball comes in to Gay. Gay deep corner right. Drives baseline on Mickens. Kicks it back outside. Johnson quickly around the horn. Mueller for 3 on its way. Nope, not there. Rebounding is Gay. Shot up, not there. Rebound by Roebuck. Boy, that ball went right in and out of Mickens' hands and right into Gay's hands. The Blue Dragons with a chance, do you believe it, to tie after trailing by 11 on one occasion. Out of perimeter. Bradshaw. 5:26 to go. Blue Dragons trying to rally back. Mickens, she'll gun it on its way and hit it. Blue Dragons have tied it up. Hutchison has came from way down to tie up this game at 57-57 all with 5:12 to go. Mickens starting to get hot. For Mickens, that is 11. The long 3 by Johnson. It rattles out, no good. Rebound, Roebuck for the Blue Dragons. Nearing the 5-minute mark, Hutchison with the basketball. We're tied at 57 apiece. Blue Dragons have never led in this contest. Timeout, John Onges is going to take the timeout. It'll be a 30-second timeout. 4:57 to go in the ball game. Hutchison right back in it. We're tied at 57. Darren and I'll be back in 1/2 minute.
HCC Sports is brought to you by the Sportscaster Club members, Portfolio Recovery Associates, Dr. Robert Epp of the Hutchinson Clinic, Barkley Plumbing, Vernon Chiropractic Center, Tim and Gina Ritter, along with Brian Strange of the Green Vision Group, Sutton Kopman Transmission Service, Wade Patton Insurance, A&A Builders, Bold Office Shears, Mega Manufacturing, MAYB, Mid-America Youth Basketball, Lowen Corporation, and by Mann, Wyatt & Rice, LLC. These Sportscaster Club members help provide funds for HCC scholarships.
4:57 to go in the contest. We're tied at 57-0. Cloud at one time led by 13 points. The Blue Dragons have rolled back to tie it.
Yeah, and a couple of threes came from some unlikely places. Not unlikely for Brett to hit one, just the fact it's her first in-game action. And then a 3 from Jada Mickens, her second of the game. She has 2 tonight, 2 on the season.
Bradshaw, the feed down low underneath the Roebuck. Wild shot off the glass, no good. Cloud with the rebound. Had the shot they wanted, but not the quality that they wanted. 4:39 to go. Locked up at 57 each. Johnson rolls to the right. Kramer out on her. Picks up her dribble. Gay runs down the loose basketball near the midcourt. Roebuck way out on her. Now to give it off to Boo. Boo rolls left. Crosses over into the paint. Drives in. Shot rejected. Foul called. Well, I thought they had that one pretty well defended. Let's see who they pick. Is it Mickens?
I think it will be Mickens' 5th.
And Mickens just fouled out of the contest. That will come at the 4:21 mark. She finishes the night with 11 points with none bigger than that basket a little while ago to tie it up at 57 all.
Yeah, you hoped she was going to kind of get going in this one. She did a little bit in the second half with those 2 3-pointers. 7 here in the second half to finish with 9, but a far cry from her 17.3 points per game average, and she was averaging 20 before the last game.
John arguing the fact that it's 5 fouls.
Well, the fact that it's 5, but the fact that she fouls out on that play, she gets a clean block up top. The place she got trapped was the fact she left her feet a little bit too early, and the contact was then created by Boo to get her fouled out of this game.
Camille Awa-Boo at the line now to shoot the free throw. Out of Nice, France. Free throw toss is up and she's had a good second half of play. Had 4 points in the first, total of 13 for the game right here.
Well, she's picked up where Mueller left off because Mueller's only scored 4 in the second half.
Second toss, trying to give them a lead of 2, and she does. 59-57, Cloud County. 4:20 to go. Blue Dragons will bring it up. Nice little run by the Blue Dragons after trailing by 13. Roebuck holds it high, inside to Barber, turnaround jumper, up and good. Barber, quick release, put it up and in. Barber with 9, 4 at halftime to her credit. 4 minutes to go. We're tied at 59. Johnson on the outside for Cloud. Rolls off the ball screen, set by Frame. Had a little give and go working, but didn't get it to Frame. Ball on the outside now, Boo. Brown out on her. Kramer gathers in on Mueller. Got to keep a hand on her face, in her face. She'll pull it, jab step, and then pull it back. Got to watch that. Here's Boo. She'll drive left. Shoots it from the elbow of the rim. No good. Rebound, Roebuck. Well, Roebuck's got a bunch of rebounds tonight. 13 at the last break, so I know she has 14. The feed down low underneath. Barber's soft hook, way short, no good. We go the other way. 59-59 all. Cloud with the basketball in the lead. We're tied up at 59, excuse me. Ball outside. Boo dribble penetrates, puts up a floater, hits it. What a shot. That was a solid shot. Her 16th point of the night, and it's 61-59. 3:05 to go in the contest. Let's keep it here, Darren. 61-59. The lead is 2. Pretty nice little runner by Boo after the Blue Dragons missed a golden opportunity.
Well, and that's just, a lot of the players you see over internationally, and they're able to hit a lot of those off-balance runners. And quite frankly, for Boo at 5'6", you have to be able to hit those little runners like that, going away from the rim and sliding away from contact to be able to score your points, and she's done that. We've also seen Mueller have that ability underneath at 5'2". Thankfully, though, she's dropped off in the scoring in this second half. The problem, Boo has picked up where Mueller left off in the first half.
Exactly. 3:05 remaining. 61-51. The lead is 2 for the Cloud County Thunderbirds. Clouds played a lot of minutes on that floor with Mueller along with Frame, as well as also Johnson now logging in a bunch of minutes, not to mention Boo. Ball on the outside, Bradshaw. Rolls to the left side, dribble. A foul called on Barber down low. Away from the ball, I didn't see it, Darren.
Yeah, I was away from it too, but he's going to say she got both elbows in there when she set the screen, and it was illegal at that point.
All right. Go down the other way, ball in and out of the Cloud County's hands. Blue Dragons pick it up. I indicated earlier 13 rebounds that's 13 points for Roebuck. We go down the other way, basket up and good by Bradshaw. He'll drive it in. Her first basket, 61-61 all. Blue Dragons tie it up with 2:30 to go. This one's going to go right down to the wire. Boo out top now. Mueller, right side Johnson. Feed inside to Kay. Dribble penetration underneath. Gets too far under. Shoots it up. Not there. Rebound, no, by Frame to get a fresh 30 as well. So the ally now is the clock for Cloud. Gay has it. Kicks it back outside. Mueller for 3. Hits it. That is a big basket for Mueller. Her 20th point. 64-61. The layup by Bradshaw is good. She'll take it in and cut it to 1. 64-63 with a minute and 53 to go. Blue Dragons battling hard. They have never led in this contest. 1:49 to go. Johnson with the basketball for Cloud. Dribbled it on her near side. Steal by Kramer. Now popped away from her. Mueller got it back. Thought she was going to angle for it and get it. Mueller with it again on the right side. She'll back it up. 7 on the shot clock. Mueller way out of position. You know she's going to shoot it. She'll drive in. Shot on its way up and good. 22 points for Mueller. It's a 3-point lead again with a minute and 20 to go. 66-63. The Blue Dragons have what they wanted. Not a good shot for Mueller, but she put it down.
Now she's just found a way over her career to be able to finish in awkward positions.
Roll back for 3 to tie it. Oh, battle for the board. Over the back to call on Bradshaw, and she will pick up her 4th. With a minute and 4 to go, it's a 3-point game. Cloud with the lead, 63-60, 66-63. That's the 4th for Bradshaw.
And there's the technical I asked you if we would get. I hadn't seen one yet this year, and it looks like they'll pop John Anches with his first technical of the season.
John questioning the over in the back. It looked over the back to me, but he had a different angle on it. And now Mueller will shoot the technical shots. So the T called on Coach Anches with a minute and 4 to go, trailing it by 3.
Strangely, Mueller has only shot 3 free throws on the year, but she has made all 3 of those. You'd almost expect with the way she drives in the lane, she'd get more of them. The thing about it is she does take a lot of 3-pointers, and so she doesn't always necessarily drive in. for that contact.
Foul stripe. Free throw toss is up and good. Well, she hit the big three on this left side arc. They really sealed it. 66-63 now, the lead back at three. 67-63, excuse me. Now 68-63, and they will have the basketball.
She had 4 points in the second half up until about a minute ago, and she scored 7 quick ones.
She has got a bunch.
The only reason she found room on that three, by the way, Kramer had to slide down at the elbow to try and cover up Kennedy Gay, who had found an opening. And when Kennedy kicked it, she was a little bit late, was Kramer, trying to cover up Mueller.
They get the ball in. Ball knocked away out of bounds. It's going to be last touched off the Blue Dragons. Blue Dragon fans thought they might have been off the Cloud. Not the case. A minute and 1 to go. A 5-point difference. 68-63 Cloud with the lead and the ball.
Well, I think on the inbound, Mueller had the ball touch her before it was actually thrown in, is what a lot of people were upset about. Should have been an out of bounds at that point.
Ball on the outside. Boo dribbling away from Kramer. Boo still with the basketball. 46 seconds to go. Now they pin him on the side, and the timeout's going to be out of bounds. He stepped on the baseline.
Cotter trying to do a little bit too much. Good job defending that time by the Blue Dragons and using that sideline to their benefit.
42 seconds left. Dragons down by 5. 68-63, but they had the basketball. Bradshaw on the outside. Blue Dragons can't let too much time go off the clock. Bradshaw shoots the three. Check that. Barber, shot doesn't go. Battle for the ball. And it's stolen away by Cloud. They'll bring it up with 22 ticks left to go, leading it by 5. Blue Dragons got a foul to stop the clock. And finally they do. Roebuck comes in and grabs Frame, and Frame will go to the line with 14.7. We'll give credit, a lot of credit to both teams. Number one, the Blue Dragons came back and made a game of it. Tied it up with less than 2 to go. Give credit to Cloud for being able to extend that lead. Right now they lead it 68-63 with 14.7 to go and shooting free throws. Toss is up and good. I'm impressed with Frame. That's her 14 points. She's been solid.
Frame and Mueller have really kept this team going.
Makes another one. 70-63. The lead is 7 with 14 ticks left on the clock. Blue Dragons will bring it up. Kramer has it out to Brown. Here's Roebuck. They'll whip it over to Bradshaw. She'll shoot the three. It goes up and hits the support with 0.6 of a second. That's pretty well going to do it. Blue Dragons will fall to defeat. Your final score is going to be 70-60. Hutchinson loses 2 in a row. First time that had happened in a tonight. Cloud 7. Lady Blue Dragons 60. I'm out at all the little break ball games as well. Get some of the men's action. It'll be just around the corner. We should be on time at 8 o'clock. 70-63 your final. Blue Dragons lose one up in Concordia. Cloud County a winner 70-63. We'll be back in 2 minutes.
For over 15 years, Erickson Custom Building has helped homeowners bring their remodel ideas to life. If you're looking to update a kitchen or bathroom or hoping to remodel your entire home, trust the team at Erickson Custom Building. We create customized plans designed around your dreams, ideas, and budget. For quality and follow-through on any home project, call Erickson Custom Building at 620-585-2816 or visit ericksoncustombldg.com.
The Hutch Medicine Shop and the Hutch Blue Dragons have a lot in common. In addition to our logos both being blue,